Man City targets Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. Rich Premier League club Manchester City are reportedly eyeing Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi because he is considered to be able to fill the post left by Rodri. Rodri is an important pillar of Man City, but unfortunately he suffered a serious knee injury. He suffered this injury in the match against Arsenal on September 22, 2024. As a result, Rodri will be absent until the season ends. City still has other players like Mateo Kovacic who can fill Rodri's position. However, they reportedly still want to look for additional new ammunition in the midfield. Manchester City has finally reportedly activated its shopping radar. Now they are said to have pocketed the name of a player who is said to be suitable to fill Rodri's position. That player is Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. This rumor was conveyed by Football Insider. The report states that City wants to bring in Zubimendi in the winter transfer market, aka in January 2025. The report also added that the Citizen had to spend a lot of money to bring in the Spanish player. However, City is said to already have the funds to bring him to the Etihad Stadium. They previously sold Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid for around £81 million in the summer of 2024. Martin Zubimendi himself was previously targeted by Premier League giants Liverpool. The Reds tried to recruit him in the summer of 2024. Liverpool are said to have had a great opportunity to recruit Zubimendi because he is claimed to be ready to move to Anfield. But Liverpool finally bit the bullet. The reason is that Zubimendi instead chose to stay at Sociedad. Then there was news that Zubimendi regretted his choice to stay at Sociedad. It is claimed that he wants the Reds to approach him again in January 2025. The exchange of star players that Manchester City will offer Inter Milan. Manchester City is determined to strengthen its midfield following Rodri's recent injury, and their main target is none other than Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the talented midfielder from Inter Milan. Pep Guardiola, aware of the importance of maintaining balance in his team, would be willing to include Mateo Kovacic in a swap deal to secure the arrival of the Turkish international to his squad. City's interest is not coincidental. Çalhanoğlu has been one of the standout players for Inter since his arrival in 2021, establishing himself as a key piece in the midfield. With his ability to distribute the ball and lead the team's central zone, the Turkish player has earned a place among the best midfielders in Serie A. His versatility allows him to adapt to different positions, something that Guardiola highly values, especially given Rodri's prolonged absence, a fundamental pillar in the English team's setup. With a contract tying him to Inter for almost 3 more years, Çalhanoğlu's departure does not seem easy, but Manchester City would be willing to make an appealing offer. In addition to including Kovacic in the deal, an experienced midfielder who is familiar with Italian football from his stints at Real Madrid and Chelsea, the English club would add a sum of €30 million to convince Inter Milan. However, despite the attractiveness of this offer, Inter is unlikely to let go of such a crucial player in the winter transfer market. The decision will depend on how much they value Kovacic as a possible reinforcement and whether they believe the financial sum could help strengthen other areas of the team. The outcome of this negotiation promises to be one of the most closely followed in the upcoming transfer market. Pep Guardiola regarding Man City's injury storm. Pep Guardiola believes that Man City has proven its ability to survive even without the presence of injured stars, especially in the current difficult conditions. Entering his 9th season at the Etihad Stadium, Guardiola has won 18 trophies during his successful reign, making City one of the strongest teams in world football. With Rodri's absence likely to be long and Oscar Bob also injured, Guardiola is challenged to find a new way to assemble his starting sheet after the 1-1 draw against Newcastle. Guardiola showed a calm and optimistic attitude about the situation he faced. For 7 or 8 years we handled it. I would say 9 years because this is my 9th season here. It's always been like that. It's the same. There's no change, said Pep Guardiola. Guardiola appears confident that his team can adapt to this situation, relying on the squad depth and playing philosophy he has built over the years. With the experience that Man City has, Guardiola hopes that his team can continue to compete at the top of the league even in challenging conditions. This season we have a very long injury list, especially with Oscar and Rodri for a very long time, which is completely different from the past, but the schedule is the same, he added. For your information, City's next match is a match against Slovan Bratislava in the UEFA Champions League. This match is scheduled to take place on Wednesday, October 2, 2024 at the Teheln Pol Stadium, Bratislava, Slovakia. City monitoring Ricci to replace Rodri. Manchester City are monitoring Samuel Ricci as a replacement option for the injured Rodri until the end of the season. The Torino midfielder is currently in the spotlight because of his stunning performance recently. As reported by The Guardian, Ricci is one of the keys to Torino's unbeaten streak in the first 5 Serie A matches this season. He also performed brilliantly with the Italian national team when they beat France in the UEFA Nations League earlier this month. Ricci's mainstay position is defensive midfielder, just like Rodri. From there, the 23-year-old player can become an attack organizer or commonly known as a deep-lying playmaker. Ricci is on City's priority list if they have to buy new players in January. Ricci has main strength on his right foot and has a good passing range. He is also able to control the ball under pressure. With a height of around 180 centimeters, it is believed that he will have no difficulty playing in the Premier League. His tackling and blocking are also good. However, City needs to think carefully before signing Ricci. Considering the transfer value is probably above £30 million, Ricci must be a part of a long-term project, not just a temporary option while Rodri is away. It is predicted that Torino will not be easy to tame in negotiations, especially if Paolo Vanelli's team is able to continue its good performance on the domestic stage until the turn of the year. However, the opportunity to join a team as big as City is believed to be difficult for Ricci to refuse. So far, the impact of losing Rodri is starting to show. City have just been held by Newcastle United 1-1 in the Premier League on Saturday, 28 nights. Mateo Kovacic and Rico Lewis appeared as double pivots in that match with slight modifications. When controlling the ball, Kovacic will be accompanied by Manuel Akanji, who advances from the back row. Meanwhile, Lewis moved up front to accompany Ilkay Gundogan to form a midfield quartet.